Okay, we just visited Smokehouse.
Southside Smokehouse.
Southside Smokehouse in Landrum, South Carolina. And what are your thoughts, Daniel?
I'm glad you asked, Haley. I wanted to let you know, guys, that we decided to go to the Southside Smokehouse in Landrum, South Carolina, because I heard that the barbecue was excellent. Now, I ordered the 2-meat kind of platter. It came with smoked chicken and pulled pork, and I also got 2 sides, the red skin mashed potatoes, and I also got the, what's the other thing I got? Jambalaya. That's it. I got the jambalaya. And Haley, what did you get?
I got the vegetable plate with sweet potatoes, black beans and pico de gallo, corn, and fruit. And also, as an appetizer, we got fried pickles.
Yep. Now, we'll start off just, when you go on in, it's a really nice restaurant. It looks really good on the inside. It's pretty clean. There weren't any real beefs I had with that. One small irritation, their dryer for their hands, the towel dispenser wasn't working. So that was a little irritating for me. But you sit down, nice enough restaurant. We ordered the appetizer first, and let's just talk a little bit about the appetizer. Haley ordered the fried pickles. Haley, what did you think of the fried pickles?
First of all, I'd like to say that the atmosphere in the restaurant was really cute. It was very cute in there. It was homey. It felt like really upscale barbecue place, but comfortable and homey. The fried pickles were delicious. They were super thick and fried, and they had ranch dressing to go with them, and it was delicious.
Yeah, they were a lot thicker than your normal fried pickles.
I'd give them a 9 on the scale of fried pickles.
Okay, wow, that's a pretty high score, and I would say, for me personally, I thought they were good. I didn't think there was anything unique necessarily about what they did with the fried pickles, but then again,
they were thick. They were thick. They're normally thin.
Other than that,
they were sliced like not long ways, in circles.
Yeah.
Instead of long ways, and I prefer the long ways, but it's okay.
It was fine. I'd give them maybe a 7 or an 8 overall, because I thought they were okay. But then again, I'm not a huge fried pickle fan, so take that for what you will. So anyway, the second thing I want to know is the fried pickles are going to set you back about $8, but you do get quite a few fried pickles. But $8
more than I can eat.
More than Haley could eat. So it's definitely something to share. I think that if you had 3 or 4 people there, that would probably be enough to satisfy them.
Definitely.
Even with 2, I think that would be too many. So
yeah, I agree.
The next thing that we wanted to mention was our
potatoes.
Well, let's talk about our main dishes came on out, and before I go any further, I need to at least take a quick pause here and mention the service. The service was absolutely abysmal. It was terrible. I'm a guy who likes getting my drinks refilled pretty quickly. I drink a lot during my meals. And unfortunately, it took her... She brought us out our water initially. And then after our water, it was, 10 minutes before we saw her again? Which to me was unacceptable. I mean, you wait that long... I was out of water trying to get her to bring me any sort of drink. I didn't even see her very often. The whole thing was kind of frustrating, and it wasn't particularly crowded in there.
No, she just didn't care.
She just didn't care, and so the service was not good. How quick they brought our food out, that was fine. They did a pretty good job of bringing our food. But I will say the waitress was just not very good at all. I was really disappointed with that. But moving on now to the main portion, the barbecue, the main entrees. I'll start off with mine, and then Haley can walk you through her meal as well. So mine, I'm going to start off with my 2 sides, because I think the 2 sides kind of complement barbecue. Whenever you look at barbecue, you've got to understand that it's not just the barbecue, it's got to be complemented by really excellent sides. So I got the red skin mashed potatoes, or the red mashed potato, or potatoes, red potatoes, they weren't mashed, red potatoes, and the jambalaya. The jambalaya, I'll start off there, was pretty good. It had chunks of sausage and chicken in it, onion, green pepper, rice, and they blended pretty well. It wasn't anything unique. It wasn't like I was sitting there just like blown away by how good the jambalaya was, but it was a solid side. Like, I was happy. It was, they gave me quite a bit of it. I liked the flavor of it all right. I actually put in a little bit of barbecue sauce on it, and it tasted fine. It was fine overall. I have to say, though, the red mashed potatoes were awful. Now, I understand that this is a restaurant that tries to bring in local produce and everything like that, but these potatoes literally had nothing to them. I had to add salt and pepper, which I almost never have to do at any restaurant I go to, but there was not any flavor. I bit into them, and it was...
They were just boiled potatoes.
It was just boiled potatoes, yeah. It was really disappointing to me, because that just, I mean, as that one being one of your sides, I was just not blown away by it. Now, the barbecue was out of this world. It was fantastic. We're talking the smoked chicken. I got the smoked chicken, and it was chunks of chicken, and it just had this wonderful smoky flavor to it. The meat was tender. You could tell they had taken some time to prepare it, and it tasted great. The pulled pork was awesome. A little dry in some places, but overall it had a really good flavor to it. And one of the things I think that really helped out the barbecue, to be perfectly honest, I think the barbecue would have been like, pretty okay, but the sauces were great. There were 3 different sauces they bring out. They bring out a sweet barbecue sauce, which is kind of thick, but not too thick. It has just a really good texture to it, and it is sweet, but also a little spicy as well, which I really appreciate. They also had the mustard sauce, which, in my opinion, was the best of the sauces, which was a darker yellow sauce, and more spicy than anything else. It actually had a lot of spice to it. Really enjoyed it, really liked the flavor of that one. I put down the jambalaya as well. And then also they had the hot barbecue sauce, which was more runny. You could tell that kind of usual for hot barbecue sauce, a little bit more runny. Definitely had a good spice to it, kind of tangy almost. Really liked it overall. The sauces really made the meat stand out. I thought it was excellent overall, the barbecue. The sides were just, to me, so underwhelming, though, that I don't know if I could give it like a hearty recommendation, but the barbecue, if you're just going for the barbecue, yeah, it was really good. So that's
the sweet tea?
The sweet tea's okay. It's, I like mine a little bit sweeter, but that's kind of more of what is your preference. It's not terribly sweet. It's kind of the closest thing I can probably compare it to is maybe McAllister's tea a little bit. But it's sweeter than McAllister's tea, so I don't know. It's okay. It's fine. It's not my favorite, but then again, different people like their sweet tea different ways. But Haley, how was your 4-side vegetable plate?
Well, I did get the vegetable plate because I don't usually eat meat or dairy. I'm an animal product limiter. But I did try the chicken off of Daniel's plate, and it was very, very good. I did get 4 sides. Black beans and pico de gallo. Just tasted like black beans out of a can. Sweet potatoes, roasted sweet potatoes. They were not the best sweet potatoes I've ever had, but they weren't bad. They were chopped really fine, and